Hey folks, Larry Winget here, back with another episode of Ask Larry Anything, the YouTube series where you can ask me, Larry Winget, anything in the world you'd like to know, and I will give your question my best shot. All you have to do is write me at info@larrywinget.com. Let's get right to today's question. This one comes from Paris. Yeah, the one in France, not Texas. It says, I'm a French woman. I started to improve my life by learning to improve my English, and I'm now reading your book. It has been translated into 20 languages, and it is in French. So she's reading my book in French. I'm going to cut through because this one gets pretty wordy. In fact, I'll just cut straight to the question. Do you think that one day our acts, such as taking risks, changing things in your life you don't like, etc., could be nothing more than just habits, like instincts? Because every time I want to change something in my life, it's hard. It's hard to take a decision and then change it. Sometimes I have to be really rough with myself, and when I wake up, I have to force myself to do it. Well, yeah. With your experience, is it also like this for you? Or with the time, does it become easier to make a decision to actually change things? All right. What you're describing here is exactly what every single person goes through when they decide to make a tough decision and do new things and create a new life for themselves. That's just the way it is. You're going to have to get used to the fact that things are hard. And you ask, is it that way for me? Oh, hell yes, it's that way for me. It's hard to make changes in your life. And yes, it becomes a habit. You know, you just do the same thing over and over and over, and then that's just how you do things. Now, how do you actually make long-term change? It's not because you feel like making a change. It's not even because you need to make a change. And it's certainly not based on any emotion, love, happiness, blah, 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 blah. It comes down to your commitment to change. When I absolutely make a commitment, I keep my commitments. And I believe you have to keep commitments to yourself more than any other person. Because if you're not able to make a commitment to yourself and keep it, you'll have a hard time making a commitment to others and keeping it. The way you treat others is a reflection of how you treat yourself. If you don't treat yourself very well, chances are you're not going to treat others very well. Now, some of you are going to argue with me and say, I know people, maybe even me, who treat others great, but I treat myself like crap. Okay, there are exceptions. But bottom line is, if you have a strong enough commitment to doing something, you're much more likely to follow through with it. So commitment to me means this. I know what I want. I know why I want it. I know the downside of not doing it or following through or not getting it. I have carefully examined all of those things, and I have a plan. And I want it more than I want to experience the pain of not having it happen in my life. So that's how I start to build my commitment. Then I create a plan for making it happen. Now, I can't always stay committed to the big picture, but I can break that big picture down into little bitty pieces. And I can at least commit that for today, maybe just for this morning, maybe for the next hour, I will do this or be this or act in this way. For instance, I can't commit that I will exercise every single day of my life. I can't commit it. I'm not going to get committed to it. That's a stupid thing to say, but that's what people do. And then they don't do it and they say, oh, well, look, I didn't stick with it. And then their plans go awry. But can you at least be committed to exercising today? And could you possibly become committed to exercising tomorrow? Might be the same way about eating in a healthy way. It might be the same way about working a little harder or doing something or treating the people in your life better. Could you at least commit to doing that just for today? And again, maybe just for this morning or this afternoon or this evening? Or could you just commit to doing that in the next hour? Really, it comes down to that. And so I get a plan. I figure out why I want it and all those things that I just told you. And then I become committed almost by the moment. Because I understand that you build that commitment over a long period of time, moment by moment by moment. I can't manage my life 10 years out, 5 years out, 1 year out, 1 month out, sometimes 1 week out, and sometimes I have a hard time managing tomorrow. But I can manage this moment. I can do what needs to be done right now. I focus on the right now. So if that's a struggle you are having in your life, I appreciate you writing me. Maybe those words will help you. For the rest of you, I know that you've made commitments in your life you haven't been able to keep. Maybe these little words of advice will help you. At least I hope so. If you have a question, write me at info@larrywinget.com. And thanks for watching. Please be sure to share the video if you know people who could benefit from this.